Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with a daily reading update. Today is the 3rd of March. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day, a great weekend. I hope you had an enjoyable weekend. Yesterday, kind of things went a little off. Okay, let me start at the beginning. So my original plan had been, I thought about this on Thursday night, that I was actually going to do a 72-hour reading vlog. And vlog for 72 hours and then post the video. So I started to do that and then things went off the rails on Saturday. I ended up, as it's my birthday weekend, my birthday's on Tuesday, I decided to go to bingo. Mom and I went to bingo and I was supposed to do sprints. So those got delayed and then for circumstance, I ended up canceling them, but I just did them now. So we did sprints today. My plan going forward is to do sprints on Saturdays, every Saturday from like 12 till 2. Just a couple quick hours of some sprinting on a Saturday. I like doing it at that time because I can get my viewers from the UK as well as, you know, from the West Coast, and it seems like a good time. So yeah, I might even go longer next week, like till 3 or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see where things go. So yeah, so that's what happened yesterday. So I ended up canceling doing the 72-hour vlog. I have finished a couple of books since the last time I talked to you guys. So I'm finally getting to sit down to talk to you now, which is great. So I can share those books with you. So I'll just kind of do just some like general stuff. So yeah, so yesterday was busy. Did not win anything at bingo in case anybody was curious. And then this morning, Garrett and I went out for breakfast lunch at Denny's, which is a favorite of both of ours. So yeah, that was that. And now I plan on sitting and getting some reading done. So I've already gotten a bit of reading done today, so I'm quite pleased with that. I've noticed that I'm getting more reading done on the weekends lately, and I think because I'm trying to be more conscientious, and not that I'm like, oh my gosh, I must read to finish books, but the fact of the matter is that I spend so much time just mindlessly watching TV when, you know, like last weekend, I can be honest with you guys and say, like, I watched like 5 episodes of Law & Order Criminal Intent. They're like 40 minutes each. I've seen them all a dozen times. Like, I just kind of had them on as I just sat here. But I think some weekends you need that. Sometimes you just need to mindlessly enjoy something like that. But I have missed reading. I'm so happy to be reading. I think because I was really, like, not struggling, but I was in a bit of a reading funk from like November through till, you know, earlier in February, and I'm joining more reading sprints now. I've talked about this, which has been super fun, not on camera, but, you know, in the comments, and that has been super fun too, because it really does. The only thing, this is my personal, and everybody's different. You do your reading sprints the way you want to do your reading sprints, is that I'm not a big fan of the really long sprints. I do find I'm the kind of person who has a certain attention span, right? So like I like my sprints, I do like about a half an hour of chatting and then about a half an hour of actual sprinting. Half an hour is about my limit. You know, at that point, then my mind starts to wander and what have you. So like there was one, I can't remember where, I've seen some that it's like 90 minutes and an hour and that's just too much for me. So I like the shorter sprints, which is what I also tend to do. So this is a carryover from years ago, because I used to, before reading sprints were a thing, at least a thing to me, I used to do where I would watch a BookTube video and then I would read for 15 to 20 minutes. So I was kind of doing my own sprints in a way, right? And that was a lot of fun. So, you know, if I'm in a reading sprint, I'm not going to not watch you because you're doing an hour and a half long reading sprint. I'm just going to step away and do something else while you guys are doing that. And then I'll come back when everybody's chatting again. So, you know, I think, and reading sprints are great. I really, really love them. It's become a big, big thing here on BookTube. And I think they're a lot of fun. It's just something nice about being able to read with other people. Even though reading is such a solitary hobby, it is really, really fun. So anyway, it is Sunday. I'm finally sitting down with you guys. I haven't talked to you since Thursday. So what have I been reading? So let me talk about the 2 books that I finished first. So the first book that I finished on Friday was Flip for Murder, which is the first book in the Country Store Mystery Series by Maddie. I had not read this book. I think I'd started it, but I only got so far into it. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. I mean, for a cozy mystery. It was the typical cozy mystery setup where Now, our main character isn't new to town. She's been living there for about 3 years. But she just opened up her shop, and on the day of opening, the woman that she was working with in the city planning office or whatever for the last however many years to open up her store is found dead. And, you know, it goes from there. She is a suspect, of course, our female lead, which is, her name is Robbie. I had issue with before talking about the fact that I felt that Robbie she felt older than she was only 27, but she acted and sounded, because of the narrator, I did listen to it on audio, like a character. Like, I think even if I didn't listen to it on audio, I still would have felt this way, that she was like a woman. And there's nothing wrong with being a woman in your 60s. Absolutely not. But if that's what you want for your character, make your character in their 60s. That's just my personal opinion. So yeah, that's the part I found it was disjointed in a way, because you're reading it and you're like, okay, so she's a little bit older. That's cool. I like this. And then she mentions something about being 27 and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, what? You know, like, and I mean, she makes mention in the book several times that she likes things that her typical generation wouldn't. Like, she was born in the wrong decade or in the wrong generation, perhaps, maybe. So yeah, I mean, again, 4 stars. It was a really fun, cozy mystery. A really good start to the series. It's on my Serious About Series or SAS list, so I will be continuing on with it. Whenever the spinning wheel hits it again, that's when I will be continuing on with it. And then yesterday, I finished reading A Place to Hide by Debra Webb, which is the 3rd book in the Lookout Mountain mystery series. This is a Harlequin intrigue novel. You do not have to have read this one in order. Literally, this is a complete standalone. The only thing that these books have in common is the location. That's it. Yeah, I don't even think you really meet characters from other books, I'm assuming, because I only have read this one. This was a 4.5-star read. There's only one reason it didn't get a 5-star. And you know what? Now in retrospect, because I did rate it 5 stars on Goodreads, I think I might even bump it up to a 5, because I kind of like that it did this. At first I was like, oh, well, the romance in this book is kind of missing. Like, this is supposed to be a romantic suspense. Like, no, it's an intrigue, so it's supposed to be a romantic suspense novel. And I mean, there was a romance there, but it was a very, very, like, I would say it was maybe 20%, if not less, of the book. But in retrospect now, I like that because I don't think it needed it. You know what I mean? It could have gone the entire book without the romance, and it would have been just as good of a book. I didn't read it for the romance, let's put it that way. So this story is about a woman by the name of Grace who is on the run. She's in hiding with her son, and she does own this lodge, but she had changed her name, moved to another, like, moved clear across the country, changed her name, was in this very remote community, owned this kind of bed and breakfast lodge. Her ex-husband, I don't know if they actually divorced or not, I can't remember, was a serial killer, as you do. And she was not aware of this until she found out. So I don't want to reveal too much, because as the reader, you're given new information as you're reading the book. So basically, he's out of jail and he's hunting for her. The entire second half of the book I finished yesterday. Like, it was edge of your seat, because it's like, it read like a thriller. It read like a great little thriller. And I was like, was it this person? Was it that person? Is this what happened? Wait. And you're trying to figure it out in your own head. And it was so good. Like I said, there is a little bit of a romance in here. And it almost felt like the author, like Debra Webb, was like, oh yeah, I'm writing an intrigue novel. I should really throw a romance in here. But it wasn't. There was no adult content. The two of them did not spend the night together. Nothing like that happened. It was really a very sweet romance. And, you know, I quite liked it. Like, he'd had a crush on her since she moved to town, but she was very standoffish for obvious reasons that she couldn't tell him. And anyway, guys, you know what? 4.5, 5 stars. Really, really enjoyed this book. So what am I currently reading? So I am currently reading on my Harlequin book is Colton's Dangerous Cover by Lisa Childs, which I think is the second book in the Colton's of Owl Creek series. Sorry about the glare. I've only just started this one. I'm 2 or 3 chapters into it. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups. It is about a detective, Colton. His name is Fletcher, and he is moving back to this small town in Owl Creek, called Owl Creek, after the death of his father. But it wasn't because of his father's death that he moved back. He actually took over the police chief position, and then is moving back after, and then his dad has died at the same time. And there is a person going around in Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, some of these really big cities, and he's defiguring people, let's put it that way. Like, drunk guy comes out of a bar into an alleyway, maybe use the bathroom, you know, whatever the case may be, and the guy kind of grabs him and slashes, how he got the name the slasher, his face. So the people are not dying, but they're definitely disfigured and could potentially die, loss of blood if they're not found fast enough. So Detective Colton, I should say, is on the case. And our female lead is actually a DJ. And she is working at a club, bar. And this is how she's going to kind of get dragged into this mystery, I'm assuming. So like I said, I'm only 2 or 3 chapters into it. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. Lisa Childs is generally a good writer. The last one by her that I read fell a bit flat for me. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be better. I'm sure it will be. And then on audio, I am listening to Meet Your Baker by Ellie Alexander. This is the first book in a Bake Shop mystery series. I am a third. Hold on. Actually, silly girl. I've got the physical edition. I borrowed it from the library right here. I am that far into it. And I'm enjoying it so far. So our main character used to work on a cruise ship. She has come home after separating from her husband. What's the main character's name? Julie, or she goes by Jules. And a rather rude and mean lady who lives in town is murdered in her and her mother's bake shop. So that's how the story starts. So I don't want to give any more than that away. Enjoying it so far. So yeah, I don't think this is probably going to take me another couple days because I don't foresee myself reading any more of this today. I have listened to a bunch of it during my own sprints earlier today. But on Tiffany's sprints this afternoon, I think I'm going to really focus on the Harlequin book to get some good reading in that done. That I would like to finish today, but it's highly doubtful because I'm less than 10% of the way into it. So yeah, I mean, if I really sat down, I probably could. But again, short attention span. So, and that's why I don't get a lot more reading done. I need to, I think I just need to break things up every now and then. So what was I going to talk about with you guys? So I was doing my random book from the shelf on these videos, but I've decided to go back and do them again as shorts because, to be honest, they really did well for me in terms of the channel and finding a new finding new viewers, which is great because I would like to, expand the love of category romance to more people. So if you are a shorts watcher, you can find a new one later on this evening. And yeah, I have a few video ideas in the works. I was actually thinking the other day about maybe doing an update of my e-reader collection. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Coming this week on the channel, though, I do have a book haul. It is a birthday book haul. I went and did a little bit of shopping, and plus I also got some awesome gifts in the mail. So I will be filming that probably Tuesday, and it will be getting posted on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you in my next one. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.